Welcome to my wreath shop. I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. And I have a Wreath Making of the Month club, where we can where I teach you to make this beautiful wreath right here. So, in this video, I want to make something fun for Mother's Day. I've never made it before. I thought it would be fun to come on here and make something for the first time with you guys. And we're going to be using this picture frame. Isn't it pretty? All right, so here's the frame. This is what it looks like on the back. Well, it's too much light. Right here. Okay, so it's just a wood grain, unfinished, and that's what it was like on the front, an unfinished frame. And then what I did was I spray painted it with this Krylon. Again, more, there we go. Trying to get it out of the light. It's the Krylon, and it was a gloss called Mambo Pink. It's indoor, outdoor. I just spray painted this, a couple of coats, made sure to get into the crevices and stuff like that. And then once this dried, what I did was I took some acrylic paint and I watered it down to give it not too much. You don't want it like dripping, but you want it easy enough to wipe off. And then what I did was I painted it with the brush going through here and then on the inside. I mean, I just painted the whole thing, even the sides. Let's see if you can. With the gloss paint, you might not be able to see it, but once I paint, here's a good angle. Once I painted the whole thing white, I then took a rag and went back through and wiped it off so that it was revealing. See how the white gets stuck down in the crevices? It gives it this a finished look, a little bit rustic whitewash look. I'm trying to think of what the word is. So the white paint is stuck inside of the grooves, but it's enough to where you can still see the hot pink, okay? And then I covered it and sealed it with this Krylon UV clear acrylic coating. I'm trying to see. The lights are really bright in here right now. Okay, all right. So that's what I did. So I sealed it, and you have to wait a couple of hours before you can handle it after you put the clear coat on. And I'm just under the gun too, because I just sprayed it like literally 2 hours ago. All right, this is going to be interesting. I've never done this before. I'm thinking I need to angle the camera down just a hair so you guys can see. Make sure you see the project. All right, now, let's get my notes. I mixed a little white acrylic paint with water so that it's real, you know, got a good consistency. Now what I'm going to do is just paint on top of the pink frame, just like this, all the way down. Want to make sure it gets real good into the crevices of the frame. And then what I do is I go back with the dry cloth and just wipe it, and you can see that it'll stay in, the white will stay inside of the crevices, and it gives the picture frame just more dimension. So here is the finished picture frame. You can see where I've gone through and added the white. It looks a little bit more rustic, and it brings out some of the grain, and I like it better. I'm going to turn something pretty into this. This is my idea, okay? And I'm not sure if this is going to work, all right? But my idea is to staple flowers or attach flowers on the frame. Okay, so that they will have, so it'll almost be looking like, almost look like as if you're looking through the window and you see flowers coming through the frame. This is going to be interesting. I reversed the camera, so now everything is backwards on my end, but you can read on your end. So this will be very interesting how this works out. All right. I also wanted to include, I want to put layers. So I want to do some long or tall, and then some shorter. Let's see if I can figure this out real quick. Some shorter, some tall, and then some real squat. So I wanted to do like layers, okay? So in order to get these real short ones on, I'm going to attach this little strip of styrofoam. All right, so let me think about this for a minute. I want it over here on this end. And to do that, there's a lip right here, and I'm just going to place that in just like that. And I'm hoping that the hydrangeas will be enough to cover up the greenery, the green styrofoam. I got the frame at Hobby Lobby, and it was on sale. But they're in the picture frame aisle, and it was just like that. I mean, it was just a plain wooden frame, not painted or anything. You could make this any color you want. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm just gonna put some hot glue. I'm just putting a bead of hot glue into the corners. And then I'm gonna lay this down and hold that for just a second. Now what I want to do is think about the steps for just a second, because I want the longer ones to go on last. So this one's too tall. Let me cut this at the top. All right, I think that's good. So I'm going to make sure I have some that are just this length right here. I'm using this one as a measuring tool to measure. Well, I cut the wrong one. So we've got these. That one's good. Don't you just love forsythia? I just love it. I mean, it's such a spring flower. It's such a pretty spring flower with the bright yellow. I'm going to cut a couple more just to be safe. All right, so I've got my forsythia cut, and now I'm going to cut some more of the white, these white flowers. Do not ask me what they are, because I do not know, but aren't they pretty? Can you even see them? All right, so I'm going to cut some the same length as that. I'm only going to put the flowers on one side. You can use any kind of flowers that you want. Don't, if you can't find my flowers exactly, I think I got the white flowers at Hobby Lobby. All right, so I've got the white flowers. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is go through and just staple the forsythia. You know how sometimes in your head it just looks so cute, but then you go to put it together and you're like, oh my gosh, what's this gonna look like? Okay. So we've got the forsythia planted. Isn't that cute? All right, so now I want to go back over that and add the white flowers. Spread the greenery grass out. Sometimes this stapler pulls out two staples, and if anybody knows why, please tell me, because I have no clue. Now the trick is to keep this flat, because this is going to be on the door or window, so I want to make sure to keep it as flat as possible. I'm stapling all of the flowers stems to the frame. But I do push it down into the styrofoam just a little bit so that it lays, you know, flat. Okay. Hold on, let me see what it looks like. I think it's gonna look cute. All right, so this is what, isn't this cute? So far, it's looking really cute. It's going together a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It's looking like a little picture frame, you know, a little windowsill looking out into the garden. All right, now what I want to do is get the hydrangeas. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit, I've cut them really short. You see how short they are? And I'm going to put some hot glue on them. Now this is going to be hot glued into the styrofoam. This will work hanging on a front door. It'll work hanging in like a kitchen window. What's your mom's favorite color and your mom's favorite flowers? So you could, you know, keep her in mind if you're making this for mama, or maybe not if you're making it for yourself. So I'm just sticking these down into the styrofoam. You want to be careful that you don't pop the styrofoam off of the frame. And I want a tight bunch. And what seems to be working is if I put one kind of low, let's see if I show you. So if I put one a little low here and then angle this one up real close to it but a little higher, and then angle this one down a little bit lower so that it gives a little bit better coverage. So this is what we've got. Isn't that cute? Does it remind you of a planter or something? That's what I was going for. All right, so now what I want to do on the back, do you see the back right there? I want to put hot glue all over that just to make sure that the flowers don't come out. Some of them came through the styrofoam. I'm just going to cut those real short. The hydrangeas, you know, came through the styrofoam. All right, so now what I want to do is hot glue and then put some silk flowers on top of that. And I need to find some silk flowers. I mean, leaves, silk flower leaves. I always keep, you guys, these leaves are just laying around everywhere because I don't throw them away. Here's some more over here. But not, the leaves that came on the hydrangea bush are real thick. If you can see through it, those won't work very well. So you want to get the ones that are a little bit thicker. I'm gonna flip it over and make sure I can't see. Nope. All right, so now that's what I'm gonna do, is just go through. I'm going to put some hot glue. So I'm putting hot glue over the staple and the flower pick, you know, where it touches the wood. If the glue is too hot to hold with your hands like that, take the, you know, take some more silk flower leaves and you can use it as a cushion between your fingers. We're almost done. But this will be a really cute little craft for mom. And you could see it didn't really take that much time. I think the hardest or the longest part was probably going to the store and deciding what flowers to put on this thing. All right, so isn't that adorable? But we're not finished yet. All right, so let me get some stuff out of the way. All right, so now what I want to do is put the hanger on. All right, so I'm going to do the light pink, and then I want to show you some of these cute little signs. Oh, rats, the light is just too much. So here's one that says, I love you to the moon and back. Isn't that cute? Man, I'm trying to figure out where you can see it. So love you to the moon and back, if I angle it like that. And you know, mom is always reading that poem. Remember, did your mom ever read that poem to you, that little book? I don't remember what it's called, but it reminded me of that. And then I've got this one that says hugs and kisses, and it's pink. Man, trying to figure out why the light is so bright. There it goes. Love and kisses, and it's a heart. So far, I'm loving that one the best. And then this one says, where there is love, there is life. All of these I found at Hobby Lobby, and they would be perfect for this Mother's Day gift. All right, so we're going to do the light pink. All right, so I'm thinking if I just put, I can staple the ribbon this way, just like that. And then there's something, you can have something to hang it on. Let's see, if we tie it like this. Okay. Let's see, how far do I want this to hang on the door? I think right here. Well, that didn't work. Maybe I'm out of staples. Yes, I am. Of course, I'm out of staples. I bet you when I put this bow on, it probably won't be even, but we're gonna be keeping a positive outlook, aren't we, you guys? Because you could have just stapled it on the top. Let's see, I want that bow to be right here. Now what you could do is cover this up too with some hot glue, some leaves on this if you wanted. Let's see, probably couldn't see very well. But here's the top with the little bow loops and the ribbon streamers coming down attached to it. Isn't that cute? And then here is, angle more, and then here is the little frame. And now let's figure out where we want to put our sign. I'm definitely thinking, okay, so let's see. This the black one that says, where there is love, there is life. That is really cute. That is perfect for Mother's Day too. But then I have this one that's a heart. Should I put it up here? Put it over here. I definitely want it over here, but I don't think that that one shows up as well as this one. So I'm gonna put this one on. I'm gonna put the where this there is love, there is life. I'm gonna take that off. Hot glue. Hold that on there. And you guys, when we're done here, because I don't have a lot of room in the workshop, so you can't really see the whole thing. When we're done, I'll make sure and post a picture of the finished product. And then what you could do to cover up that little hole is snip off a white little flower and put it, oh, that's adorable. Put it right there. So I'm just gonna put it down in that little hole for the where the tag, the little, you know, jute. I cut off the jute roping and put that on there. And then isn't that cute?